if I was in camera.
Hey! Oh. Hey, everybody, I'm Tom Vassell.
I'm Joey Evans.
I'm Camilla.
Wait, I'm gone.
And I'm Z Garcia. And now, we're all on camera at the same time. The wonders of the modern world
We're
never
all
cease.
here.
World wonders.
All right, so it's been 3 weeks since I've been on this
It's
show.
been 3 weeks since you saw us here.
I've been sitting
We
here
were
the entire
traveling
time.
around Vegas.
I never left.
We went to the German.
Z is jet lagged and drunk.
It's 9 p.m. where you saw me loud.
It is past my bedtime.
So,
Wow.
here's the good news. We saved the good stuff for when we came back, though.
Yeah, they did.
I'm very happy. Very happy for
Yes.
that. Thank
I
you.
really didn't
Thank
think
you.
Tom was trying when we saw the list of stuff.
Anywho, so we're taking a look at GameFound, Kickstarter, and the BackerKit projects that end in the next 8 or 9 days or so. One of these is ending in 3 hours, so we better get going.
Just in case you want to back it.
Wow,
Well,
really?
maybe. No, really, it is. I don't know why I missed it last week. Gold Nugget ends in 4 hours.
Oh, well, let's get
But
going.
before we get to these,
Wow.
I want to remind everyone of a couple things. First of all, hey, thanks for watching the show. We just got back from some conventions. Dice Tower West registration and Dice Tower Cruise is down to 20 rooms left to go on that.
What?
And
I'm
we're closing
super
registration for that
excited about the
soon
cruise.
because we got enough people.
Yeah.
I know it's 2 months away and we're still like, cruise.
I know, I'm like,
Who they are.
so excited about the cruise.
You lie, you're just as excited as everyone
I'm
else.
so excited.
Dice Tower West happening in March. And Dice Tower East registration will be opening up in the second week of November.
Ooh.
Now, that wasn't what I was going to say. I was going to say something else. Oh, yes. We're also sponsored by BackerKit. Here is a project from them. Okay, today we're going to look at Slugblaster Game of the Year edition from Mythworks here. This is a role-playing game about hoverboards, giant bugs, and trying to be cool. It came out a year ago. The original name was Slugblaster Kickflip Over a Quantum Centipede. Was IGDN's Game of the Year, an Indie Game Award. As you can see these boards here, you are a teenage hoverboarder. And you're sneaking into another dimension to do tricks and go viral. That's more wicked than anything I did when I was a kid. I wasn't trying to go into different dimensions. Well, here you can see the artwork. We have Ashley, the chill, the grit here. You're going to build your character with all this really funky artwork here. Teenagers aren't allowed anywhere. They're kicked from playgrounds. Ultrasonics chasing them out. Here's how you make up a metaterrestrial slug. And so there's all sorts of things here that I guess they have sticker designs. You can see there's a lot of emphasis here on kind of how your board is and everything. So if you want to do this, I was reading how the system works. It's pretty simplistic. You get some dice and roll them. If you want to get chased by cyanic crocodiles, then this here is going to be a game for you. This is the brand new edition right here. The artwork's really cool. There's some dice, some more stuff you can get. So check it out. This is Slugblaster on BackerKit right now. He's a moderator.
So many little sluggies.
All right, let's jump right into projects, starting with GameFound, a project that's ending in 3 hours, 55 minutes, and 24 seconds. Gold Nugget.
Aww.
This
And
has a really cute look, and when I first saw it, I was like, "Oh, I love the look of this." The farther along I went, the less interested I was in it.
I know.
Yeah, it's
I thought it was
It's
a memory
bluffing
game.
Right.
Yeah.
And then you keep going, and there's take that. It seems to be some take that, and just again, the more I looked, the more random and sort of uninteresting the gameplay seemed. Though the artwork stayed super cute.
Yes.
Yeah.
that
like the look
bear
of it.
was so happy to look at the Gold Nugget
He
there.
loved gold
Yeah.
nuggets.
But the frog wins. That frog is dead.
What do you mean?
He's very.
That's a picture of a dead frog laying on a road.
that
No,
you're
it's
about
not.
to open up
Holding
for
a
science
gold
class.
nugget?
But he's got the nugget, so
Yeah,
he's good.
well, he's got the nugget.
He's got the nuggets.
The tongue on
That is
frog,
nice artwork, though.
I think it's cute.
Is that a tongue? That is
Yeah.
a tongue.
Well, you better make your mind for your back because you got 4 hours.
Hurry up. We'll wait.
I do like the time of day backs of the cards. I like that a lot,
That's
actually.
really cool.
Yeah.
I like that as the game goes.
But yeah, it looks a little take that-ish.
Yeah.
All right. Rivals. That woman is yelling loudly. You know how you said you like that artwork? I don't really like this artwork.
You don't like this.
it feels stilted, like that. This guy here, the old guy, and her, they don't look realistic. And I know it's a cartoon, but they look like, no, it's just not my style art. I don't really like the art.
Okay.
I think the graphic design here, I'm not jiving with the artwork. I like the graphic design a lot. The iconography, the title, the just, again, graphic design. The design of the cards and the logos and all that stuff I really like. I think the artwork doesn't work for me.
No,
It's like, I'll give you an
way.
example. For example, we recently just looked at the car racing game.
Thunder Road.
No, the one that was on crowdfunding and we played live with the
Joyride?
Joyride.
Oh, yeah,
Joyride kind of has a similar
It
look to
does.
this a little bit.
Yep.
But its graphic design worked for me.
Right.
You had all like the neon stuff and the whatever, and the graphic design, the Joyride, and the look of it all kind of jive with the artwork. Mm-hmm. This one clashes for me.
See, I feel like I'm opposite. I do like it. I feel like it's very clean graphically, and where there's supposed to be art, there's supposed to be art. And then where your cards are going to be played, it's this black area you're going to cover up with cards that have art. You know, so I do like that. It's not as overwhelming as some of these games can be. That being said, I also like the graphic design of the actual cards. I feel like they're just so simple. You have artwork on top, you have one title in the middle, and a power on the bottom. So for a 2-player dueling card game, it looks so clean, and that's really refreshing to me. As someone who doesn't typically love this, it looks like it has enough going on with the board that you're battling over and you're moving through and things like that, but still maintains that simplicity of the cards in your hand as you're trying to look for those combinations and have some power turns. So I thought this looked pretty neat.
Yeah, I mean, artwork again didn't grab me, but then the gameplay
Trying
didn't
to
grab me
match
either.
the scrolling. I think that the game
What'd you say?
looks slightly interesting. I think that the graphic design is fine, and the more I look at this artwork, the more I hate it.
Yeah.
But it's not the graphic design. I want to be very specific. It's the art.
Yeah.
It just looks stilted.
Board also is so abstracted.
Yeah, if I'm gonna fight,
doesn't
make
match.
the arena look cool. You know, you just mentioned Joyride. That is such a cool board to play
I know.
on.
Joyride, you can quote me on this. Joyride blows rivals away.
Well, I don't know about
I
that.
don't know though. I did like the modularity of this board. I guess I wasn't as thrown off by the look at of it as you guys. I mean, yeah, it has the black. I mean, it's in space. That's going to happen, right? But I don't know. I didn't find it as. It didn't put me off as much. Again, with the modularity, I think it was good. Is that for me?
I like the guild
Thank you.
You're welcome.
symbols. Those look good.
Look at
All
the
right.
modularity.
Yeah.
Vagrantsong, Encore, and Off the Rails expansion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
That woman is
Very
melting.
cool. I
That's not a
love
woman,
it.
that's a haint. She's a haint.
That is true.
Voice.
So there's more stuff. There's an expansion for Vagrantsong.
Technically 2 expansions. So Encore has another campaign, has 5 new baddies, I think, and gives you more stuff, more story, new scenarios to play on. It also gives you this, which is very cool. I'm excited for
Yes,
this part. The
same
short
here.
trip mode. Mm-hmm. Yes.
That, I like
Yes.
that a lot.
Yes.
That is the reason
campaigns.
mine very rarely hits the table.
I agree.
It's-
That's unfortunately
Yeah.
the truth of it. The other expansion, this one I'm psyched for. I think it sounds fantastic. The other one, I'm not as thrilled about. I'm not as excited to try because the other one is taking scenarios you've played and jazzing them up is the
Right.
idea. And I usually find that to be the kind of thing, the exact kind of thing that keeps a game off my table, not the opposite. So here's a system you already played. How about every time you read this, instead pretend it says this, or like, oh, when you're setting up between steps 4 and 5, go to 4A, 4B, 4C, and set that
Oh,
up. Again,
yeah.
Oh, see,
anytime, I don't know, I'm just saying, I know anytime that they try to go, okay, well, you can go through the campaign again, but now with new things to discover. Those are exactly the kinds of things that keeps games off my table.
that's
agree.
really interesting. I do wonder, and I've not played this game yet because of what you guys are talking about. I need that short campaign, like let me get in and just kind of figure out how to play before I commit to a whole campaign. But but that being said, I do wonder if it is going to replace that rule book or if it's going to make you bounce between the two. That would be very confusing as well.
Yeah. But Encore looks amazing. I love of the two. It's the big one also. The other one's like a little box there. The big box looks really good.
I agree.
Gotta be honest, that's a lot of money for expansions.
It is.
$135 for 2 expansions is...
Goodness, it is.
But does it come with a lot? I know they use the acrylic standees, which are really awesome in this game, and they fit the look so very well. You know,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I think there's a reason for that price. The production is there, but you're right, for just an expansion.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's tough. Agreed.
I always like the look of this game, though. It looks great.
Yeah.
And isn't
Ooh,
there?
a dog catcher scenario. There are 3 new pups that you can choose. Come on.
Oh, goodness.
Puppies.
Puppies that are
I
dogs.
do like puppies.
Oh,
There's a guy who's a dog catcher, though. He's evil.
ghost
He
plus.
catches
Boo
them.
bandana. All right, no one cares. Moving on. More bones.
Yeah.
Bone Wars. Now, this one has been talked about for a while. This apparently has actually been a real thing, where there was some actually pretty vicious fighting between
These two gentlemen, yes.
different people in paleontological circles.
This theme just, for some reason, grabbed me. I like the dinosaur thing, but then the fact that these two had their own like rivalry, I'm like, this is like, it's like brand new history I never knew about.
And you know
Blow
what?
up your
I
dig
don't,
site.
I don't like take that, and I don't like when people touch like the engine that I've built and all this like that. I'm not. But for some reason, that you publish your research and then your opponent can debunk it. I don't know why. That like Joey said, that just grabbed me. And
You're
maybe
stupid.
It's just thematic.
You can,
It just really
you can
sucked
prove
me
them
in.
wrong.
Yeah.
I really do like the setting of this. And the Bone Wars thing is like it's like a big thing that was, again, not well known maybe, but it was like a big deal between these two rivals.
Wow.
And this game seems well set within it. Like
Yeah.
it seems like it uses the setting, the just everything, that world, that historical, time and place very well. Traveling around the U.S.
God.
states that were involved, publishing research, debunking it, like you said, excavating.
It's,
It looks cool. I saw every time I looked at a new mechanical piece, I'm like,
yeah.
oh, okay, I see how this ties to what was going on. Then you look at another one, you go, oh, traveling. Okay, sure, you got to go to the different dig sites. I thought that was nice.
Why do you think this one's not doing so as... I mean,
I don't-
2000 is
That's not bad. I don't know.
Well, I
This-
think this is Game Brewer, right?
That's true. I mean, okay, look, I don't
So I
love
think-
everything that Game Brewer
No, I
has
just
done.
think they're coming off a couple. Like I hope this is the one that kind of resets it for them. Because I do think they are coming off a couple misses, and maybe that's
Right.
what's hurting
That
it.
could be. That could be.
This
That
seems
being
like,
said, oh, sorry, go ahead.
no, I was saying, this seems like Edison versus Tesla, but like in paleontology.
Yeah.
I imagine the World's
There's
Fair.
rivalries like this throughout all of history. There were the guys who were rushing for the Arctic Circle, right?
Really?
That was two dudes.
Yeah, one
same
guy
thing.
died.
Spoiler.
The other guy won.
Bone Wars, Edison and
Yes, the other guy
Tesla.
won.
The other guy's still alive, but
I think that's interesting. There's been a lot of
It
these
is.
kinds of things where two people sort of are at the
Yeah.
pinnacle and they go back
see,
and
I
forth.
like that.
Yeah.
He's trying to give you good historical stuff, and you're just going off in the Netherlands.
I will say
This just sounds great to me.
This was my biggest
does.
disappointment of Essen, right? Because
Bone
I
Wars?
thought it was available there, and it wasn't. It was just, I was like, I love this. I love what it's.
Did you dig
Wait,
deep
no,
enough?
it's
Even the biggest
Crowdsurfing. I
disappointment.
wanted it.
I really
You
was
what?
afraid of that. Nothing.
No, I
I'm
really
glad it was
wanted.
Bone Wars, not Tom's Wars.
All right.
Tom is saying he's glad that we were the biggest disappointment of this. Was that
Oh,
true?
yeah. You've been outdone this year. Congratulations.
Tom is just being
Flock
cool.
together.
All right, flock together.
Flock together.
This is one we've actually played. Well,
I have not.
you played?
I have played
Yeah,
it.
okay,
Yeah.
so
Couple of
three of
them.
us have played it.
Yeah.
And it's a cooperative game in which you are going to be having your little chicken. You grow your little guy. You level him up, and you all work together to combat these baddies, these whatever that are around the coop.
The predators that
Yeah,
are kind of
predators
coming
that
in
are
and
around
trying
the
to hurt your
coop, right.
coop. Yeah.
So you're leveling up. You are doing a few different things in order to win the game. You have a limited amount of time to take actions, gather food, attack, roll dice, that sort of thing. It's really cool. It's got a nice amount of stuff going on, I would say, and the artwork, of course, which you can see, is blistering stuff. I really like it.
Oh, they're so cute.
They're not cheapos.
Cheapos.
They're chicken. They're wooden chicken
They're
pieces.
chicken eeples.
There's no people involved.
They're cheap.
That's why they're cheeples.
The-
Not meat.
Eeples comes from people.
Evil is people!
But
All right.
It's me bursting out of the kitchen.
Oh yeah.
I do like those chicken dice, though.
The
They're
dice
great.
are great.
They're so cute.
And I will tell. It took me longer than I want to admit when I saw the other side. I'm like, oh, that's what it is. The chicken dice.
He literally explained it to you. I was there when he
Yeah, I zoned out.
Okay.
Because I'm looking at the artwork. The
There you go,
artwork is
Matt.
so
He
good.
wasn't
I will
listening.
look through the
You can buy
names.
bowls designed by Game Trays. What does that even mean?
So
That-
what do you mean?
They're bowls.
Yes.
Yeah, but they're designed by Game Trays.
Okay, but what does that mean?
That means that they have some sort of like little design in them to look like a nest, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll accept that, I guess.
I think you just want to be angry right now. You're trying so hard.
Well,
The
I'm not
names.
trying hard. I'm not angry. I know. There's no fakeness about my anger about the cheapo thing. That's a piece of
He
trash.
does hate cheap.
That's really his
Look,
hill
here's
to
what
die
I think,
on.
right? It's a
What do you
rare
think?
mix. Go back
Yeah,
up
I-
of char and chow. It's going to keep you smiling while you strategize and you strive for victory. I really do think
I think there's
so.
glory, you said.
One thing I really like about this game is I like the what do you call it? Kind of the game arc of this game. It definitely
too.
feels about mid-game. You're like, oh my gosh, we're
We
half
can't
over,
win,
and there's
right,
no
right.
way. But every gameplay has come down to the last 2 rounds where it's like, oh, it was so possible. We were right there. And it leads to that discussion afterward. Okay, had I done a different foraging action? Had I done this differently? Like, you really talk about the strategies, and even when you lose, a lot of times you can see where you went wrong.
Right.
And it did feel, not to be fair, I've played just a couple times and I've yet to win. One of them was live, actually.
That's
you can
right.
See that
Yeah, we played this
spectacular
live.
loss.
We came close, though.
We did, and that's what I'm saying.
It always is close. You know what it reminds me of? Actually,
Oh,
the
sorry.
cadence of this game, like that arc, reminds me of Death May Die.
Yes.
In Death May Die, you're
Very
like the
much
first
so.
like third of the game, you lose most of your sanity, and you're like, how's this possible? But then like you win with giant turns on the last two rounds or whatever, where you're like, Cthulhu needs 24 health.
Yeah.
Okay, bro, I did 18. And you're like,
Right.
oh my goodness, we're doing great. This one has that feeling a little bit where you feel like you just can't do it.
Right, and I think similar. That's a really interesting comparison because similar to that,
did it.
a lot. You really have to have
did
that
it.
high level of cooperation, like you do. I'm this. This is my special power. I feel OP with this, but not game breaking. Just like it gives you a focus and a strategy to what you're going to do, and it requires that conversation and communication. So anyway,
And it's easy to jump
It has
into, too.
cheapos, too.
that's cheaples. I'm
cheaples.
completely on board with cheaples.
I do, too. I'm a huge fan of cheaples.
All right, moving from chickens to Halloween.
Oh,
it has heeples. Haunted Halloween pieces are called heeples. Everybody knows that.
This one was confusing.
Okay, I think it's like a roll and move style
This is
game.
straight up a
That's what I'm
roll
saying.
and move.
Right?
No, it has
Was there
roll and
more?
move and spin.
Spinner, yeah.
But does it have
I
the
guess
pop up
That's
thing?
the expansion.
my confusion comes from I'm not sure why this like isn't already on the
Target
shelf. Yeah, or the Five Below shelf, or the you know what I mean?
whoa.
Like no, I mean like
Took a
just one of
dive.
those games that you get to play
right.
non-gamer families.
Florida.
Oh, wait.
Oh yeah, they're from Florida, straight up.
Florida! Ah!
And a lot of what the other
Strikes
projects here
again.
are mostly RPG kind of stuff that they do.
Oh.
So it's also
Okay.
very different from them.
Maybe
so I
those
don't
people
know.
came in and backed this project because this doesn't look like the kind of project you'd back on Kickstarter.
That's what I'm saying. Like I'm confused, not in the mechanisms of the game, but this platform. And
Alan's being super nice. This game looks like trash.
Yeah.
It has really cool ghost meaning.
It actually does.
What are those
Like-
called?
Oh, Ghost.
I'm concerned about that.
Those
little-
are renderings. We should definitely be very clear about that.
Yeah.
We'll see how those ghosts turn out.
Roll the dice and then do what?
And you
does
land.
that?
This is crazy to me. It's like you have roll and move and spinners.
Yeah.
Oh.
This is so random looking.
You got to save something for the next game. You can't
You know what
have
this makes me
everything
want
in
to
one
do
game.
is get one of those
Burn things.
old little coffins that were filled with candy bones.
Yes. Oh.
I love those
Oh,
things.
I love
thing?
those. Yeah.
Oh, you're
you ever
talking
had
about-
those?
no.
It tastes like chocolate
They're
a
like
little
little
bit.
sweet. No, they're like sweet tarts.
Oh, those were good.
Sweet
Yeah,
tart.
yeah,
I love
yeah.
sweet
There was a little
tarts.
plastic coffin that you get at the drugstore, and you
Okay.
crack it open. There's like little bones in there.
I'm surprised no one's like done a Kickstarter inside those yet. Because that was
Oh.
like the ones that come in a mint tin. What are those called?
Mythworks.
Testaments.
Mythworks.
Mythworks.
For real?
Yeah, Mythworks or whatever. I'm surprised no one's done like a Mythworks type thing in a coffin, in a plastic coffin.
Oh, yes.
Huh. I'm doing
right.
it, okay?
There you
Watch
go.
for me next week as I come at you with coffin juice.
Under the Eagle, which is apparently one of these board games that is like its own thing, because these pop up on Kickstarter fairly often, and they always succeed very well. And every time I go, what game is this again?
Yeah.
You know, and it's kind of, and I don't mean that to be like a negative thing at all against the game. It's just that it has its own subculture.
This is,
Based on a book.
immediately if you want this or not, kind of, because like you said, the subculture. You got the email, hey, we have another one coming. You're there. You're backing.
Those
Right.
cards look pretty good, I have to say.
They do, although Claudius
I do not like
looks
them at all.
like the great-grandfather of the guy from Mad Magazine.
Yes, he does.
Oh, he does.
He looks
What's
a little
the guy's
Mad
name?
Magazine-ish. His ears.
It's like Alfred E. Newman.
Yes.
Yeah, that's Claudius Newman. I mean,
Wait, what's the name of that character?
it's Alfred E. Newman.
Alfred
I
E.
think.
Newman.
Alfred E.
Yes.
Newman, yeah.
Newman. Why? Who is that supposed to be?
He's the
don't-
guy on the cover of Mad Magazine. I don't know.
Okay, all right.
He does.
I agree that it does
Well,
look like.
you ruined
does
it for
look
me.
Like that.
Like a serious version of the same guy.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
The Cursed Menagerie.
I already backed it.
Did you
I
really?
figured you
Yes,
did, yeah.
because it's print and play, but also
Do you have a
Just
colored
give me
printer?
the $5 and I'll get some use out of it.
Like, no, serious question. Do you own a colored printer?
I do.
Oh,
Yes,
alright.
I do. Do I use it? No. But then
Is it plugged in? Currently set up?
no.
Is it
No.
accessible or in your storage
I
unit?
print batarangs.
But I'm excited that you printed the battery on a printer that I bought in 2020.
That's a vintage batarang. I love the fact that monkey and symbols is just the thing now. That was like what they pushed at the beginning.
It's scary.
It is. I don't know why. There he is.
Looks-
Oh.
I have to say, Joey, I think
Here comes.
this is good. This is decent looking.
This
It looks
is interesting.
weird. Don't get me wrong. It has a real like creepy vibe, which obviously is purposeful. But as a print and play, again, this is my issue. There's too much content in this. It's not a sheet. It is a bunch of cards, right?
But what if you don't
Just
actually ever
print the
print it?
thing.
Yeah, I know.
If you don't actually print it, then you're good.
See, that's what I'm thinking.
Except for the $5 you paid.
This is.
Well, you got to support creators. You know what
That's
I mean?
all it's about.
I feel like this is one though that if you send to Staples or Office Depot or something like that to print
You
because
keep saying that. You know how much of a pain and how hard that is to do? It used to be that there was one around every corner.
yes, no, I see
They're
what you're
almost
saying
all
now.
That's true.
non-existent now.
I mean, there's also online sources you can do that kind of stuff.
I know, but they could also do it for me. And then I would want it to be a one-step process.
No, that's crazy talk.
All right. I do like this mechanism right here. Each victory, you kind of reveal a little bit something more about your adversary. I think that's
Yeah.
cool. It being print and play, I do worry about the longevity of that because it's also few cards. Isn't it only, Joey, wasn't it like 24 cards or
It
something
wasn't a
like
lot,
that?
which is
It's
why-
not- right, like how quickly are you going to learn those?
It's
So
a
I
lot
do
of
worry
cards to
about
print,
that.
though.
That's what I'm thinking.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, again, for me, a print and play is like a sheet.
See
That's
me,
me. And then
Like a
again,
button
if
shy
I'm
type
cutting
thing?
cards, I'll tell you right now, for me, if I'm cutting cards, I'm done. If it's a print and play rolling right, like a sheet,
But you can
good.
print each card that's normal size. You don't have to cut it. You just have bigger cards.
jumbo.
you go like a convention version of it. Yeah, okay. I just wish this kind of thing was just produced. But I get it. Look, hey, you're saving yourself a lot of headaches. And you are delivering, right? Like, they're
Right.
delivering.
Yeah.
I mean, also, how many times have we seen? I mean, I know not a ton, but we have seen projects that start this print and play. They get the backing, they go on and win an award for print play, and then they are produced. So I
Yes.
think for a smaller company, this is a neat kind of intro. If it's only 24 cards, why invest that much money in it?
There is no money invested. It's Kickstarter.
Right. Okay, but that much headache, that much hard.
I invested money in it.
There you go. Investor number 20.
That was me.
I don't know. I think I don't have a problem with it. My biggest thing is that's a lot of ink, and so this is a weird
No, you print it at work.
I'll tell you what, Joey, if you print this,
At work.
If you print
if you print it, I will play it.
If you print it, I will cut the cards and he will play it.
I will print you all one at work.
No, I don't. No, I said one. I will do one.
That's illegal,
So,
okay? You backed it once.
I did. That is true.
All right. Canopy Evergreen. Now, Canopy is one of the prettiest games I've ever seen. Vincent Dutray, Tim Eisner. I really like this game. It's kind of a weird back and forth push your luck game between two players.
It's like a Winston draft
Okay.
set collection game, right?
And this is an expansion to it.
No, it's its own standalone thing.
Oh.
Yeah. Beautiful
It does say
standalone.
standalone there in the title. Maybe I should have read that.
It's like a
Unfortunately,
bigger game. It's a bigger version of Canopy, basically.
I like Canopy a lot. I really like the fact that it was set in that Amazon rainforest. So this
Yeah.
almost feels like a... Not that I think this is bad, but I really like that rainforest.
Yeah, and this is now for up to 4 players, whereas the original one's a 2-player game.
Okay.
Seriously, when does Vincent Dutray have time to draw all this stuff?
I'm fairly certain Vincent Dutray is AI.
Yes. He's the
He's not a
one.
real person. Has anyone met him?
No.
Like, look at the art on all these cards. It's, like, incredible.
It is.
And he's
Yeah.
done, like, 18 other games in the last, 2 hours.
Yeah, that's what happens.
Yeah, it's not the only time we're seeing him this week, even. We'll see him here in a
This
couple
does look good.
projects.
I'm very excited about this. I
Those
think
are cute.
Tim Eisner has some good games. Let's see what besides. What else has he done besides Canopy? Oh, Leaf. Leaf is the one we just
Oh,
got.
yeah.
I just got the deluxe
just
version
came
of
in.
that. And Canopy, March of the Ants, and we'll never know what Little Pig was like.
Oh,
But
Oh.
it was once
look
a
at that
game.
nose,
That's one of
though.
my favorite ones.
I know, right? Don't even print that.
Defenders of the Wild.
Yeah.
This is a cooperative board game.
See, this looks
Yes.
fantastic. I like the look a lot. I like cooperative games, and this one looks like a fun kind of puzzly one. I'm a little concerned, and I actually just noticed this for the first time. If you go all the way back up to the top, where it says cooperative board game and rules light RPG.
Well, no,
Is
no.
that a different product?
It's a different. Yeah, there's 2 products.
Yes.
So right there, if you go back up a little bit, right there. So Defenders of the Wild is the board game you've looked at. They also are doing the
Explorers
the
Almanac,
Almanac,
yeah.
which is an
Okay,
RPG. They're
okay,
2 separate
good,
things.
good. Well, the RPG is a piece of garbage. Confirmed, okay? The board game is great.
Oh crap!
Who is this artist? They're
They're
fantastic.
fantastic.
I
Yeah, I
know.
didn't
Have
know
you
that.
heard of Vincent Dutray?
Meg Lemire.
This is artwork from his cousin.
This is very.
This
it's-
looks great.
The
does.
artwork is reminiscent of like Root and some of those other ones that I like,
Yes.
but also stands on its own. So I really like that. But also the board game, I like the asymmetry of it, where you're working towards a common goal, you're very asymmetric, but at the same time you're playing as these different factions that don't super trust each other. So there's this one phase of the game where you have to select an alliance or select a card to play, and you do that in silence, like limited communication, and then you all reveal. And so that's supposed to like kind of simulate you're working together, but you guys don't quite trust each other. But then once you form that alliance, you come in and you work together. I don't know, it just seemed really, really
I
interesting.
found my faction. The sect. Look at these guys. Look at that turtle. He's carrying dynamite.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's fun.
But the
I
creative
will
parts,
say,
too.
I think somebody like one of the comments, one of the reviewers who I guess has checked out a prototype of this described it a little bit as Root meets the Spirit one you like, Spirit Island.
I saw that.
I'm like, okay, that's interesting, and the asymmetry is mainly, I think, the Spirit
Right,
Island
yeah,
part.
I think so.
That's pretty cool, and again, I can see why you would be really psyched about that because I know you really like that.
Well, as well as because you're fighting against
It's like machines.
machines, yeah. So
Yeah,
you're fighting
they
these
look
machines
really
of
cool,
pollution.
yeah.
That's really neat. I think that this is also interesting because it's coming from Henry Audubon, who did Parks. And
Yep.
also the space one.
Cosmoctopus, yeah.
Nope, that's octopuses.
Octopi.
The space.
Cosmoctopus?
What was the space one? Space Park or something that you like?
He did
Oh,
do
he
that.
did Space Park too? Oh, yeah. Makes sense.
Parks.
He just did that Cosmoctopus game.
He
we
just
played.
did Cosmoctopus. Yeah,
This
so
is
it's
from that designer?
it
Yeah.
is coming from him, which
Oh.
is interesting because this is like very, very different. I thought from
It
those other games. I
is.
mean, you kind of see
I know this because
some
you said it in the
similarities
last
in the
review.
other
He's
ones.
always the same, you said.
I did.
It's-
I think he has a lot of his DNA, whatever his design philosophy is in a lot of his games. Shared movement pieces.
Mm-hmm.
He's
Yeah.
done it in almost every game I've played of his. He's got a lot of things that are like. If I play one of his games up to now, there were things that I thought feels like a Henry Audubon.
Did you
game.
like Parks?
I did think so.
I do, and I like. I mean, I like most of them. I really like Octopus too.
I might back this.
This does not look like one of his
It doesn't.
games.
And that's what threw me off is yes, because I think you see that you said the DNA. I think that's what I see in his games. I think they stand unique and individual, but I don't get the sameness I think as much as you do. But this one looks completely different. Maybe it's not, but just looking at it, reading it, the mechanisms and stuff, I'm stoked. I think this looks fantastic.
I might buy the RPG.
I just told you about the RPG, Tom. Weren't you listening?
His review is not good.
This is trash.
Whenever he says it, I go, buy now.
I do wonder, like, what is a
That's true.
light
Here's a point.
My
RPG?
next car is trash.
A light RPG is everyone has like a candle.
All right, Final
look at mine.
Girl
Let's read through the
Series
camera.
3. With the
Speaking of
biggest,
Vincent Dutray,
with the biggest reveal in the history of Kickstarter.
Vincent
right.
Trade is not a real person. Confirmed here.
I am so
Like.
excited
Yeah.
about the Krampus one.
9 out of 10, Mike.
All right,
Come
so
on.
explain to
I
me
am so
and
excited.
the audience one more time. So what's the
Yes.
deal with the Krampus one?
What do you mean? What?
You can't get it
Again,
standalone.
it's
Yes.
the biggest reveal in the history of Kickstarter.
Okay,
I'm missing
because it's
something.
already developed and already produced, and so the Kickstarter isn't fulfilling till like next year. But the Krampus one will be delivered before Christmas this year. So if you buy something, then you're able to add it on, and then that add-on will be delivered before Christmas. You'll have the Krampus one to play.
But didn't we already see that literally with Krampus versus Santa Claus from Roxley Games, where they
That's
were
a
like,
different company.
I'm-
Did that have Vincent Trade all over it?
I don't know. I don't know if that was everything of the biggest reveal. It was in like one of their first updates. I don't know.
I
what
think
else
that's a
was
cool
included,
idea,
but
though. I
it's
do like
really
the
cool.
whole Krampus thing. Hey, we have a Christmassy one.
Right.
You'll get it
Oh,
during
Terminator.
that time frame.
Yep.
Razorface.
That one.
Did you say your name was Razorface?
I just imagine you looking in the mirror and go, you know what would be a great name?
Razorface. Anyway, no, this, I know you love this stuff, so
Yeah.
more of it is cool. That's
And that right
This is
there.
one I would not want to play, though, because I find this kind of guy to be uber gross and scary. And
That's one of two. Because I don't think I'm going to get everything on this
Oh,
one.
are you
but I
gonna
think
get
we'll
that
it
one?
Together. That one or the Saw one, I
You
don't
like
know.
Pinhead?
Huh? I don't know who that is. I
The
just like the
Stranger
picture of
Things
this.
one, or the
that's
whatever the
Pinhead,
one.
man, isn't it?
I don't know who
Yeah.
Pinhead is. I like this guy. I don't
Heckraiser.
know.
She doesn't know that
You
movie.
know that guy.
No,
Thanks
that's
for
what I'm
saying
saying. I have no idea what you're talking about. I like that one.
That was Vincent Trade. That's all I care
That's
about.
and then I like that one. That one's
Oh.
Saw, right? But I think that one looks so cool. She looks
That
awesome.
girl's freaky.
Oh my gosh! There's my
Yeah.
Halloween costume.
Right there?
So excited.
Oh.
Oh, that's from Quiet Place or
Yeah.
Quiet whatever.
Oh yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Anyway, but yeah, I think this looks really cool.
I think it's neat. They managed to walk a fine line between.
That's from Krampus.
They managed to walk a fine line where it is clearly inspired by a thing
Yeah.
and doesn't bother me.
Right. I
Normally,
agree.
when a game is like whatever, you can clearly look at it and go, "Oh, it's the guy from The Fifth Element. Oh, it's like the woman from
Yes.
Alien." You know what I mean? And it's
Yep.
so on the nose, it normally bothers me. And they give him a stupid name, like
Yeah.
a letter or two off. I hate that stuff. I'm like, I hate it.
It doesn't feel as winky.
Yes, I think these are not as heavy-handed, maybe. It doesn't bother me. I don't know what it is.
Because it's almost like you have to figure it out. Because it's like, okay.
It's pretty
Yeah.
close, but
It
it's
is.
still not... I don't know, it just doesn't feel dumb. They're not going, get it? Do you get it? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, I think it's because they create the whole world. It's not like you're playing Cthulhu Death May Die and it's like, oh, Einstein? You know, like, I mean, it's
Yeah,
not
yeah.
that's not that wink of one thing. It's a whole world that they're creating with it almost, which is adjacent to something very well known. But, yeah, I don't know. This is so juicy.
Pinhead,
I
man.
want it.
I think it's cool, but
That's good.
What?
There's a lot
what?
of this stuff now.
no, it's
Scares
not
you?
that. I don't get why you said it gets a pass for that when other games don't. It's the same
I don't
thing.
know. Yeah, no, I agree. I don't know why it gets a pass. It doesn't offend me.
Well, it's because it's Vincent Dutray.
No. It's never him till now. It doesn't bother me. Like the one girl, I don't know where she's from, but some of them you look at and you go, Oh, it's Ripley from
No,
Alien or
that I
whatever, and it
get.
doesn't
Right.
bother me. I don't know why. Maybe because they're not trying to make the people look like the people in the movie.
That's true. All right. Beast, Shattered Isles.
Beast.
Beast is a game that's loved by every human in existence, with the exception of me and Joey, apparently.
Apparently, we got a lot of love.
That was one of Joey's first experiences of getting a game was slightly negative. We didn't even trash it. We just thought
didn't.
it wasn't great.
We just didn't love it.
And we
Is
got
it normally very well regarded?
After our review.
has a lot of fans, yeah.
Okay.
So this
found
is
out pretty
a
quick.
hidden movement style game
Okay.
where one person's playing a giant beast and everyone else is playing hunters trying to take this beast down.
Okay.
Then there's a whole lot of rules about sunset and sundown and playing cards in groups, and it's pretty mechanism heavy, I think.
It really is.
actually.
And it is fantastic artwork. And
is.
the miniatures and all that. I really, if I had a top 10 games I wish I liked more, this would be in there. It's,
Yes,
You know?
this would be.
Spoiler alert.
Interesting.
That's our next top 10.
So
it's,
I knew y'all had played it, so I didn't look super close at this. So is this expansion here bringing more of just the same, or is it
Hopefully
cleaning it up a little bit? The
No, I don't think they're-
complaints?
They took nothing we said
I think
as
they think it works.
Yeah, and again, to be fair, it seems like a lot of people agree with that.
Yes.
So I think we're just the outliers, which is weird because we didn't even play together when
I
we
say, yeah.
played.
No.
Interesting.
But there's new characters, a new map. It's just new, more stuff.
Looks a little big for me, especially when you're saying it's pretty mechanical. I feel like I'm going to lose the beast hunting theme in this.
I feel like if it's one versus many, I do want it a little bit simpler. I think like the others, that one's like right on
Yeah.
the line of how intricate the mechanisms are for a one versus many. I think it should be clean enough that there's no questions, because then it's like, hey, hypothetically, if I had this card, could I play it right now? Like anytime you get kind of in that sticky mechanisms. But again, I have not played this, and
Yeah,
I'm
me neither.
not taking Tom's
You guys
back on
should.
this one.
Nope, absolutely
No.
not taking Tom's back. He was probably
Ever,
wrong.
actually.
I'm not even
Yeah.
trying to convince you guys of
I
it.
think
That's how worried I am about
I'm
my
embarrassed.
opinion.
We're just
I'd
staying
like
out
to
of it.
formally apologize to everyone
On
watching
behalf
this
of.
I'm even going to build it up a lot before you do
for
play it.
what I said about Vincent the Trick.
All right, Deep Rock Galactic.
Oh.
Now this one is doing gangbusters. Almost $2 million for a non-CMON project.
Have you played this?
No.
You
Why?
haven't played it?
No.
You played it, Joey?
Yes. Okay, you mentioned something else.
Joe, it's all you.
Something else, the IP.
Wait
It's like
when he's done.
you jumped in for the IP. This one, I would not have known anything about the IP, right? And I'm
It's
like,
about
okay.
space dwarf mining.
But for some reason, this game is great. When a dungeon crawl where it's not linear, in the fact that if you want to come in, you see a cave in front of you, and you want to come in behind the guy, you just dig your own way, dig dug style around, and you come in the back.
Or you go through and you blow it up. Or
Yes.
you have to like make
you
your
played
own
this?
path. So no, they played this on the last Spectacular, and it was like
Yes.
3 a.m, and I was super loopy. And I was
She
like,
was
I'll just
very
sit in
loopy.
and commentate. So
Can't
I'm
believe
just,
she remembers anything.
haggling them, and I was like, I think eventually I was like, I should leave. I think I'm making you mad. So I watched it played.
Yeah, but I have never played the video game that people love, apparently.
Oh, there's a video game.
It's based on a video game. Apparently, people love the video game.
They were showing us off at Essen, and it was very popular, this booth.
Yeah, it
It's-
was. This looks interesting.
It's really
It
fun.
looked really cool.
It looks
Yeah.
a little different from the average dungeon crawler,
Yes,
too, which is
I
neat. And
agree.
I like the sci-fi thing. The dwarves, whatever, but
Yeah, I don't-
I kind of like the, I like
Sam
the
Healy's
vibe.
gonna come through the wall. Diggy,
Oh,
diggy.
yeah. Diggy hole, that's right.
Oh, yeah.
I like the vibe here, yeah. I would play this.
I like it a
Not
lot.
with Joey, but
No.
That's checks out.
That's weird because I wasn't gonna play it with Joe either.
Wow.
All right.
Awkward. I can solo this.
Do you want some metal coins?
Yes.
This is
No.
wave 5.
There's
I
one.
thought these did not look very good.
Let's take a look at the
Really?
new ones.
I like
Medieval
the-
England. These are great. What's wrong
Yeah.
with these?
They're fine.
I liked these. I thought they were interesting. I don't like those space ones, but I do like that they're. These seem unique. They're not all just a stamped circle. They have personality depending on where they're from, and I really liked that a lot.
They were too shiny. Most of them were too shiny.
You think these are too shiny?
Those aren't
They
shiny.
keep showing the pictures. The bumper pictures are all of a bunch of shiny coins.
You're right. The bumpers.
That is the. I do want to see not
Ugh.
renderings. Yes, I
You're
want to
right.
see in person.
I didn't even think about that. This shows them very shiny in that picture. This is what I want them to look like.
That
Right.
oil wash. That
Put on a rock tumbler.
Welcome.
Oh, I don't even know now.
I don't know
Yeah.
though. I
What
like
are
these a
those?
lot.
I think these guys were at Essen. I saw a booth selling
Oh really?
buckets of coins.
Oh, I missed that booth.
It might have been in Hall 1.
I was so lost. I was completely
All right.
no idea which way to go there.
Those are nice.
Miniature painting made easy. Don't watch videos. Don't listen to people who know how to paint. Read a book.
Yeah, these are expensive
Go.
books, though.
That being said, I do like written material. Like I like to watch painting videos, tutorials, that kind of stuff.
I was being
and then-
serious.
You didn't sound like
Oh,
you were being
didn't sound like you were being
serious.
serious
you need
at
to work
all.
on that.
I was
Okay.
actually with you on the sarcasm thing.
Wow.
Sorry, I misread it as well.
I think books are useful, actually.
No, I think so. I really
I
like.
too think books are useful. I'm being serious. I love reading.
my gosh.
The book's so much better.
But they are pretty expensive, though, aren't they?
They
Yes.
are. So I, was gonna say, I like the
That's the
videos and that
thing.
kind of stuff, but I think when I'm actually painting, to having something printed right there in front that you can have open really helps.
Okay.
And so I want to watch the videos and that kind of stuff to get ideas and inspiration and maybe see a technique, but then to also have a printed material right there on my table as I'm going through it. I do like that. I think that they're pulling from a lot of different artists. They have it broken down on specifically what you're looking for. I know why they're so expensive. I mean, they're pulling some really big names here. And it's a printed, bound book. It's going to be heavy and hardcover. That being said, I'm not saying it's not worth it. This is definitely like oof, that's expensive. But man, so cool. This is something that I would want to see in person, though, the layout. How small is the text? How easy is it to read? Can I have it right there on the table with me? In person, I would be very engrossed in this and then consider. I just struggle going to Kickstarter for something like this.
Where is just the books? There they are.
It's pretty sad. I would get the PDF
120.
if you could get like a digital book of this.
Do you want to have your PDF sitting? You want your iPad sitting there while you're painting?
I usually do. That's my reference pictures.
Really?
I have a little stand for my iPad that I
You've
keep
never
up.
got paint on the iPad?
Well, you're thinking of like painting a miniature like someone paints a house.
Yes.
You know
Yes.
what I mean? No, there's
Tom
going to be
paints like this.
splatter. There will not be splatter on the iPad screen, Tom.
I
I've seen you paint though, so I get the feeling.
I think it might happen for me. All
Yeah,
right.
I do.
One card maze, as they show you a picture of 6 of
One
these together. Man, they could have made the art look better on these.
What do you mean?
What do you mean? What do I mean?
I think this is the best thing about them is the way they look. It's also the only thing about them.
It's
I don't know.
somebody already backed it.
Yeah? Is this one you would actually print? Joey,
back this one.
this one. Here's the thing, though.
Look, he's
Here's a
print
question,
play.
though. Here's a real question. Is this one you would actually print?
Yes,
though?
because it's very few cards.
And you just leave it on the thing,
Wow.
right? I mean, you could just kind of do the little maze or whatever, fold
Yes.
it, flip it, whatever.
I mean, I'm planning to now.
I think this is
Alright.
one you would
Yeah.
actually,
Really
go through
do.
the trouble, right?
I feel like this is one, though, that you're going to print and you're going to put it in your wallet, and then you're still going to be sitting at the doctor's appointment and be like, oh, is it my turn yet? Or you're still going to doom scroll
Wait.
or something. I
You know
don't
you
think
can have
you're
a phone at
actually
the
going
doctor's
to.
office, right?
That's what I'm saying. You're going to, but that's the whole purpose of this campaign. If you read through it, is in those bored moments when you're stuck doom scrolling or when you're stuck bored because you're waiting in line, pull out your print and play one card maze. I don't think you're going to. I think you're going
I'm going to do it intentionally.
I'll be in the car and I don't want to turn
drive,
left.
focus,
No, it didn't work.
pick.
You're going to fall asleep and you know it.
All right, 21X. Blackjack for maths lovers.
Maths lovers. It was plural, wasn't it?
Oh, it's
No,
British.
no, maths is a thing, especially in Britain.
Really?
They say maths, yeah.
Yes. Like
It's
if
a
you like
British.
algebra, geometry, and stuff, you like the maths.
I
No,
don't-
I'm serious.
I don't like
You can
maths.
also get the maths if you.
You've never heard of that, Joey? Yes, in Britain they call it maths.
He's not
I'm just going to start telling people, I love the
also-
maths.
I really like how these cards look. I think it looks cool.
I do
I
like
would get
those.
these cards if they were made of aluminium.
Well, go back up. Were there circles that
would
making new
not get
suits?
these under any circumstances.
That's the dumbest joke of the day.
You know you loved it. Why are you laughing?
All right.
Yeah.
No, I like the idea of mixing math with cards. I think that's cool.
This is garbage, Tom.
I'm not the...
Disagree.
No, there's 930 people who agree with me.
Those people aren't going
That's
to back
not
this
fair.
game. You know where they're going to keep it? In the garage.
All right.
Thanks for the super chat, Monica.
Thank you.
Thank you, Monica.
All right, moving on. Tawa, the wood art travel game.
There's a lot to unpack here.
You grasped Tawa's rules in 5 minutes.
Okay, but
But
have to. But it takes 5 minutes to get to the rules. So really,
I like he
Okay,
played it
it's
in his
like
hand
way
out here
down there.
later. He's just doing this.
I gotta say, this definitely feels like
what's
a
he doing?
game. This borders on being
Never
contentious.
get bored in the airport, Tom.
But wait, no, that's saying that. The
That's what they say in England.
I love he loves speech bubbles. He just found his speech bubble.
yep, he got that add-on. Yep, for that plug-in.
Oh, the rules are now speaking.
Everything talks in this. Oh, we missed the speech bubble. I like that guy stacking.
Wait, is that a rolling die? Wow, that was a terrible roll. Did you see it just waddled around to the 4 for a
Yeah,
They
while?
also
I
rolled
didn't
like
want
in
it
a
to be
very
a
small
4.
space and kept the die in there somehow. Look
Four,
at that.
four.
That was
That
pretty
was take
impressive.
number 50.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a stacking game of weird
Yeah,
shaped
this is the
stuff,
kind of
right?
thing where if you had this, I'd be like, this is how you play. And you're like, are you sure? I'd be like, well, no one knows the rules but me.
Wow.
Well, it's odd that it's all the same rules almost, but just scores a little bit differently depending on if you play it solo, co-op,
But we-
competitive.
Would you do
team-based.
that at your doctor's
Like,
office,
oh.
though?
What is this
What's
one?
his is great. This
What
is
is
about.
happening? Is she like happy salmoning him?
I'm gonna start to.
Is that a verb? I love it. It's my favorite
Well, you
verb
don't-
ever. I'm using it.
That's competitive.
She's like, okay, go ahead, roll. Try to stack him. Try to stack him. I'm not touching you. I'm not touching you. That's basically what that was.
I would have won, but I got happy salmon.
All right. Last game of today. Kavango.
Nope. Try again.
I don't know how to pronounce it. How do you pronounce it?
You said an N. There was an extra N. Kavango.
No,
you
I'm
said.
sorry. We'll have an accent. Kavango, I thought.
There, probably.
There it is.
Yeah.
All right, close
Oh,
enough.
my word.
I'm just saying, you can't add words.
Letters.
Okay?
They're
The
letters.
cheaples will rise.
So these look like cards that I got as a kid.
You did?
No, yeah, there were like cards that
them.
gave you like animal facts on them. You never
Oh,
saw
I remember those.
Oh,
Yeah.
They came in little plastic containers.
Yeah.
Really?
No.
That's how I knew about elk.
No, this is a
Never
real
heard of
thing. Like you,
I remember.
I'm not lying here.
I believe you.
Give me my old man thing. Anyway, the graphic design of these unfortunately looks like prototype on the side.
Yeah.
And yet I'm still very interested in
I-
this. This looks like Animal Span.
Oh, interesting.
What the heck is animal span?
Wingspan.
Oh my word, do I have to
Oh,
spell it there?
wow, okay.
No, I spelled it
It
out
looked
for
like
you.
Earth.
It
It looks
does.
like Earth to me.
But you don't trigger them in a line, right?
Oh, whatever.
Like,
It looks like
anyway,
Earth.
okay. Gosh, I don't know. This looks so good. I love
think it
that
looks
you're
great.
yeah, you're building out your tableau, but also trying to like invest in different conservation. So kind of gave me a little bit of endangered feel, you know, where you're trying
Oh,
to
yeah.
invest and save the animals. And I think this looks so very cool. Yeah, as you're building out your tableau to maximize your scoring.
I agree. I think
Yeah,
this looks
this is-
fantastic.
And it's a well-designed Kickstarter too. I mean, this is nice.
I mean, you say simultaneous play, you pretty much have me guarantee I'll at least try it. You know,
Right.
like I love that. Yeah, you have these goals that you're trying to meet, and yeah, I don't know.
It's a
Anyway.
well put together page for sure.
I agree.
It looks good. It looks really good. I don't mind the look. That whole like it looks like a prototype thing. I'm not getting.
No,
that
I'm
feel.
saying that on the sides, the icons. Maybe that's just, again, I don't, it looks better when you put them all together. So there's a lot of, it almost looks like it might appeal to the war game crowd, the way the board looks in many ways, but
yeah.
See, I will disagree. I like all of the
that
symbols.
looks amazing.
I will say I
Yeah,
like
it
all of
does.
the symbols being right there on the same. That one kind of reminded me of like Fossilis, where you have all the different land types and animal types and herbivore, carnivore, all that stuff right there together. It makes scoring really easy. You're looking at one place. There's another one we played recently. I can't remember what it was, but one type of symbol was on the right of the card, the other one was on the left. And so I didn't like that because I was constantly looking at the wrong side of the card for stuff to make connection. Oh, what was it? It was that little square card game. it was really, really recent.
Ruaha.
Ruaha, something like that.
Roa.
Ruaha.
All right. Well, anyway, that's the
Keep
games, folks.
that
We
a lot.
got just a couple non-gaming prizes. Please send me trashy, delicious, weird, crazy, unusual projects at tom@dicetower.com. I need some for our next episode.
Speaking of which, you said you got your pig.
What? What's happening right now?
Oh, you didn't see the pig?
No.
It's out there on the table. We'll see if we're done
I want to see
here.
the pig.
We need the pig.
I need to see the pig.
Where do we get the pig?
Where is the pig?
Well, first, let's go to Mark.
Hey folks, welcome back to another Dice Tower preview recap. I'm Mark, and I'm here with Alita, and we just have a couple games to look at, so let's get to it. And first up, we have Board Butler. Now, this is not a board game, it is an accessory. If you happen to have warped boards, this will definitely flatten them out. And if you need to connect modular boards together, it really does the trick. And it's not 3D printed, it is molded, so it has a long wear life. And next up, we have Night Cage Shrieking Hollow. Now, this is an expansion to Night Cage, and it does come with a modular board, which is the pit, and you have to battle against the other. This giant 3-tile monster comes up out of the pit to attack you on the main board, but you can fall through the main board into the pit to prevent his progress at times. It's this really interesting mix, and it adds so much tension to the game. And lastly, we have Davy Jones' Locker, Curse of the Ghost Ships. Now, this totally replaces the Kraken in the base game. Instead, you're fighting the Banshee and the Ghost Ships in Act 2, and you have to siphon the souls from the Banshee in order to defeat her, which is a really interesting mechanic. I really liked it. And then in Act 1, you have the Phantom Island, and you have Cursed Gold, which is this green glowy gold that you could pull out of a bag. And as you become cursed with the gold, you will lose integrity on your ship and everything you're doing. But in Act 1, you're doing basically the same stuff about bolstering yourself, building up your ship, and getting it ready for that final fight as you go up against the Banshee and her ghost ships. Tons of interesting aspects here. I really enjoyed this one. Give it a closer look. All right, so for my pick of the week, you know, both these games are cooperative and right up my alley for type of game that I enjoy. Lots of interaction, some real decisions to be made as you encounter all the baddies across the board. And like I said, you know, Curse of the Ghost Ships was a ton of fun. Played it like 3 times, but I'm gonna give it up for the Night Cage because it is continuing to be a family favorite. It really, this expansion really takes it into the next level gaming for sure. Just the tension it provides is so much fun as the other comes up out of the pit. Totally thematic to what you're doing. Actually, both these games are thematic. It was really a tough choice to pick just one of them, but giving up for the Night Cage. All right, folks, if any of these games look like they might be of interest to you, please check out our full previews. And if you want your game featured as a Dice Tower preview, please shoot me an email. All right, folks, until next time, we'll see you at the table.
I had to warm him.
Protect the dog from like that creepy thing.
All right, here's the pig.
No, it's facing me. Turn it away.
Should I?
Thank
That's
you.
Oh, you gonna zoom on the pig?
So
Zoom in on the piggy,
gross.
please.
All right, Tom, show us.
Show the pig. Show the pig.
Oh, that's so, look at those eyes.
So it's like a nice cooked pig, right? But then
That doesn't.
it's reversible.
There you go.
Okay.
Oh my! Oh, it's a two-headed pig.
Oh,
Oh, it's gone now.
Get in there.
balls.
Oh my goodness!
Oh, look at it! It's a
Super
cute
cute.
pig.
Oh. You can hang it from your windshield too.
Now I'm hungry.
It's like the thing. It's basically like a pig. If the thing had a pig instead of a dog,
All right,
that's what that looks like.
let's get to some non-gaming projects. Remember, if you find any of this stuff, send it to us.
All right, let's
We
do
can
it.
do it. We can do it.
First, we have the portable, the
Okay.
Animaka, the
We've done this.
portable. We have?
Yes.
No, there's lots of hammocks out there,
Tom.
Okay, cool.
It's a hammock
I
that
can-
flops out
Next.
real
and it made
quick.
$1 million.
Billy's Chili's, which is a great name.
Yes, I agree.
That is pretty cool.
Don't think you stole
Gotcha.
like that
Backing
though.
this, be honest.
You're backing this.
I
Doesn't
haven't,
matter, be honest.
I haven't backed it yet.
I haven't seen you see what are the flavors in it.
10,000.
I'm not going to back it now. I'm just, if I thought if I put up here, maybe, I thought when I put this on the list, maybe it'd have some more backers. All right,
Okay,
Billy's
we'll put it on the
Chili's.
list. Maybe it'll get some
Something like
traction.
this You got to taste these things, though. Also, you can go to any like
No, I
craft
buy-
fair and get it.
I back hot sauce all the time on
He
Kickstarter,
does.
Agreed.
and it's almost always good. I'm
And he
always very
always
happy with it.
trusts the
You can't mess
maker.
up hot sauce. That's not true.
Yeah.
I
I'm
regret it when I
pretty sure
said
you
it.
can.
You can mess
You
it
can
up.
mess up
Cats.
hot sauce
Definitely
and
no.
hot sauce
Of
I
the
believe
Coven
that everyone who makes hot
plushies.
sauce on Kickstarter is a
Non-beneficial.
clean person.
Is this better than the pig?
yeah.
Can you flip it around
What's
and it's a
it-
cooked cat on the other side?
That's a big tail, isn't it?
These cats have huge
That's like
rear
Like-
ends with a
Yeah.
giant tail.
Raccoon.
it's like a
Tails.
badger mixed
I
with a
thought I would not
cat,
hear that today, to be honest.
and I cannot lie. What is?
And you
Like
can
the hats,
change the
too?
hat. What? I don't understand this. I was wondering if it's like a shout out to like a farming game or something. Like this looks like it's from a video
No,
game.
I
I
think
think if you want to be a witch, you can buy one of
And a
these
cat.
cats.
And if you want to be a witch, like a cute witch, you need a cute cat.
That's true. I
Who
guess.
wears a hat?
Yeah, why not? It's
with the
witchy.
Care Bear stuff on it.
This
I
is
don't
how
understand
desperate
this.
I was to find stuff, people. All right,
Boo.
although this next project has been all over my Facebook, and I love it. So this is the Bleacher seat.
As the
Oh, the
person behind that
SitBax.
lady, I hate her.
I love that. Like,
will
there's a
spill my
shot.
beer
There's
on
one
you.
shot. Look, this right here. Somebody's sitting behind you. You
Yes.
cannot be
Oh, you can
spinning
swivel
like
it?
this.
Did you see her lean back though?
Yeah, she
Oh,
looks
it's
like-
back. She's like, oh, I hate benches.
The unfortunate thing is, and I'm sure she's very nice, but she looks here like that kind of person that you don't
That
want
would do
anywhere in
that?
the bleachers near you anyway.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
she would look around at you, and if she backed into you with this lady would look around at you, and it was
Expect
your
you to
fault.
apologize
Oh
to
yeah.
her.
My Coke is ending up in her hair if I'm behind her.
But I don't get
Yes,
this
I
at
am.
all. You already have a hard time seeing over people in bleachers already.
I
Then this
know.
Kickstarter says it only adds a little bit more height. It does not.
Oh, no.
There's a couple inches, then there's the seat, then you're sitting up straight, then the back goes above your
Right.
head,
Well, and I love
and
that
it swivels.
and I love that
But-
it talks about how it has this ergonomic design so it doesn't increase it and you're like, no, we can all see that it increases. Like you can't really get around it. It's
She's probably like 7'1" too. But it's funny. Just imagine having a seat open in front of you, and then she comes in front of you and
Right.
just sets it up.
Also, it's $115 or something. Did you see that?
This is the only way I think it works.
If the place is
If
empty.
she leaves
If
with
the place is empty,
I mean, fully empty.
it, no game going
If
on.
there's anybody else in that entire stadium, they will slowly make their way over to her just so they can be like, hey, ma'am, what is that?
And she will swivel your direction and
She will
tell
slowly
you.
be like, "Whoa, away from you. So you
at
don't
that.
bother her.
all right, like, look, wait.
She's high maintenance, I'm just
This
saying.
should be for coaches only. The coaches on the front row, that's it.
Okay, so you look right here. How can you put your legs there? It shows the.
You can't, yeah.
That's like that's a terrible shot.
Do you think if
I
I'm
hate
sitting
her.
behind her and I kick the back hard enough near the top, especially,
You really
it would
could
launch her?
not. So
Do you think it would launch her?
Maybe. Here's the thing, though. This has been all over Facebook and has like all these thumbs up, but every time I read the comments, they are just brutalizing this thing.
the comments don't show up. You have to click all comments because they're like.
Oh, yeah, because they're
And
like,
then I think they delete it and post it again. You know?
They're making a lot of money, though.
I-
They wanted 15,000. They're at 63,000.
This is crazy to me.
SitBax.
Oh my gosh.
Straight fire.
I'm sure this is pretty well moderated here.
You need a pocket for keys or phone. Yeah, why don't
oh
you
my
just,
gosh, yeah, make it.
just drive to the
That-
game.
You need a
Yeah,
pocket
that's
for keys. What about your pockets? Hear me out.
No. That's assuming that I'm sitting in this while wearing pants. Let's be fair. If I dragged this to the stadium,
Stop. Stop.
no.
All right. Joey,
I
what's
will
your pick of the
swivel.
week?
Oh.
No swiveling.
All right, so pick of the week. Besides this one, of course. I'm probably going to go with the only one that my wife would probably play with me. Just the Andrew Ballsy artwork and Hinz Gruber. So
Gruber, gotcha.
yeah, just the artwork on this, because I'm not a huge fan of Everdell. I wish I liked it a bit more.
Is this because this is the first Kickstarter to ever quote you?
Pretty much. Oh, they did quote me on here,
you've
yes.
been quoted
Did they
before.
quote you?
They did.
You've been quoted before.
They called me Z Garcia. But
No. Let's scroll down here. I saw it right there.
are in
Joey
there.
they
Evans.
did quote me right here. Oh, yes.
Joey.
So,
Look at you.
Yeah.
bud.
Oh, sweetheart.
but no, I do like this because I like the artwork in it, and I love the names. Hinz Gruber, all that type of stuff in there. Shellock.
Have you read
It's
the comments
fun.
where they're calling for Cluck Norris?
Oh,
I
but he'd be
know,
way
right?
too OP. Yeah, that's.
Here's
I
the
think
whole
it's just.
backstory. You got to go look
There's a
at it.
Steven Seagal and Clark Norris are the ones that people
Really?
like. Yeah.
Make that happen.
That's pretty
Yeah.
good stuff. Yeah, this is a good one.
Is this anyone else's pick of the week?
Very cute.
So
Oh,
close.
this was
It's
hard.
honestly a really, really good week.
It's a great
Yeah,
week.
yeah.
That's weird. Yeah,
I
we
could
should have
easily
spread
pick
the
like
love.
4 things. There's like
Right.
4
I
things.
agree.
I think I'm going to go, though, since you picked this already, I'm going for that Defenders of the Wild or whatever it's called.
Gosh,
yeah.
all right.
I really like this. Not the RPG. The RPG, as far as I know, is garbage.
And by as far as you know, you didn't realize it was a separate project.
I did not
So you
realize
know-
there were 2 things.
He knows nothing.
I thought it was just a board game. No, this looks fantastic. I'm very excited for it. I love the look, the cartoony nature of it, the puzzly cooperation. I really like
yes.
that. It looks like a step down in complexity from a couple of games I really want to like more. Root, Spirit Island. And then it has that look mixed with it. Oh man, this is a good stew. I'm excited for this.
I'm so glad you guys picked those 2 because you said you can narrow it down to 4. I narrowed it down to 3, and I was like, I don't know, you're getting 3 picks of the week. So you guys check for me. Thank you. Mine is going to be Kavango. I think this looks
Really?
so
That really does
interesting,
look good,
so
yeah.
unique. It really caught me off guard. The more I looked at that, a lot of times we talk about that journey. I was like, oh, I was interested, and then it plummeted, or like up and down. This was just a steady uphill climb for me. The more I looked at this,
I'm surprised this beat Final Girl for you.
Yeah.
Final Girl is, to be
Because
fair, the third wave at
it
some
is the
right?
third wave, and so I have so much that I already love. I'm getting it, and I know what I want. I'm being a little more picky with it.
It's almost like expansions are harder for me to pick sometimes because, like Final Girl, I'm like, okay, I'm going to get it. And Deep Rock, same
Vagrant
thing.
Song also.
Vagrant
is like,
Song
I know
again.
I like
Song,
Vagrant
right.
Song a lot.
I don't know why.
Expansion looks good.
Right, and we talked about that journey, right? It's like Final Girl. Okay, yeah, I know I'm in. Okay, moving on. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like I backed it. I'm good. I'm waiting for it, kind of thing already. So I think this one just really caught me off guard.
Michael Quaxon.
Again, it's just
Huh?
it feels like shout outs to a
All
lot
right,
of
I'm gonna
things
pull
that I
Camilla.
like. Huh?
Oh.
And I was
He's
thinking about
picking a
this
couple
one.
of
That's
things,
the
I guess.
No, I'm
positive,
picking a
right?
different one now. I'm gonna pick Bone Wars.
Oh, this is a good one.
This is Game Brew's last chance for me though. No, they've done other good games, but it's been a while.
I'm sorry. I'm loving the chicken comments. It's
Meryl Cheap.
Lindsay
Bird
Lohan.
Reynolds.
Like, they're just like going
Big
on
Lively.
and on.
Reynolds is pretty good. Big Lively is good.
Oh, there's like the Brood Lee versus Clark
Rihanna.
Norris. They were talking
I
about
like
that. Brood Lee.
Rihanna.
Really, yeah.
Like, I'm sorry, I got really distracted. Not Bone Wars.
All right, some of you are looking these up on the internet because there's no way to come up with that many that quickly.
So good.
You liars.
But this does look fantastic. Like I said, hearing that Tesla versus Edison war, the World's Fair, then at the 4-H tent, they have this going on.
This is good pick, Tom. This
is
surprised
the history
me how
on
much I was
this.
interested.
All right,
Yeah.
lots
It's a good week.
and lots of good games.
All the above.
so many good ones.
That's it, folks. We'll see you tomorrow morning for Board Game Smorgasbord, where we'll be recounting Essen and our adventures therein, which you can already see half of them if you watch the blogs that were posted last week.
Vlogs.
Also, tomorrow afternoon, unbelievably, Marble Racing is back.
Whoa! I'm so excited. I've never done it.
Was that a happy cry?
It was. I did this.
Oh,
That makes you
sorry.
happy.
I was looking for the
That makes
happy
you happy.
salmon. Yeah.
You bring no sarcasm on marbles. This is serious stuff.
I was happy.
You're happy
serious
is concerning.
Alrighty, folks. We'll see you next time. Until then, I'm Tom Vessel.
I'm Joy Evans.
I'm Camilla.
I'm Z Garcia.
Have fun playing games.
And marbles.